Righto, here we are back in the shed. I've been working on the VMax, and of course what I thought would be a few days is now blown out to like a week and a half. So she's here. She's off the ground at the moment, ready to do the fork seals, but I thought just before I get onto that, I'll just show you when I bought this thing. I'll just give you a quick background. I bought this thing sight unseen, and I'm underneath a car at the moment. I bought this thing sight unseen from an auction, and it came with some spare parts. So because it's got the Cayenne carburetors on it, as you can see, I did actually get a stock airbox, the stock intake, these pieces for the side, all that came with it, and the stock carbies there. I have put a forward control kit on it, so they're standard mid controls. They just didn't work for me. I sat on the bike like a frog on a lily pad, you know. My legs are just too long for that. So what have I got here? Well, spare parts that I've since bought, front brake pads, all the gear to do the fork seals and fork bushings. I bought this fork seal driver thing, got it, and realised, oh, it's 3D printed. I should have just 3D printed one, but I didn't have a 3D printer, so that was kind of the straw that broke the camel's back for me to actually go out and buy a 3D printer, which is sitting under its cover over there. One thing I also got with it, I got these brake pads, brake calipers. Now I think that says, there goes my light, ZR1000, I don't know. And looking at them, well, it does kind of look like they will, well, maybe they'll bolt up, I don't know, like so. I don't know, I have read on the forum that some people have done that, but I would have thought if you did that, you'd need a different master cylinder, but apparently not, but I'm not sure. And I got these things, which are apparently some sort of heat shield thing, I don't know. And I've got these, what are they, Galfa brake lines, so I may actually put them on today, because today, well, let's tell you what I've already done. I had issues with these carbies just like leaking out of everything, you know, and I was scratching around on, I was actually on a Ducati forum and read somewhere, they said, well, these things hate being force fed, and because I changed the fuel pump, in the process of putting the new fuel pump in, I actually took the end of it off and had a look, and it looks like just a positive displacement diaphragm pump. So when the pump volume exceeds the requirement of the carbies, it's just going to keep trying ramming fuel in there. So what I've actually done, it's a bit hard to see, but if you look down in there, basically I've got this line here. It's a I'll grab my light. You can see down the bottom there's a T-piece that splits between the two lines that feed the carbies on each side. Then there's another T-piece there that goes up to this line here, which basically just goes up and then runs back, down, along and back to the top of the tank. So it's from what I've read, these things work just fine gravity fed, so I don't really need to be ramming pressure into them. So that's what I've done. And my problems seem to have gone away. Like it starts and runs, and I don't have fuel leaking out of everything. Another thing, maybe someone can answer this question, is the accelerator pump. Like, it doesn't move. It's a weird setup. Like, as the throttle opens, this spring pushes on the accelerator pump. And the thing I found with it when I was playing around with it was I found that inside the little diaphragm for the accelerator pump, there's a spring in there, but that spring was so weak, it once you push the diaphragm down with the rod, it wouldn't come back up. So I put a stronger spring in there. I actually chopped up an old clutch master cylinder spring. I'll get to that in a minute. But now this spring here is so weak it won't actually push it down. But I'm looking at that and I'm thinking, well, why is it like that? Why do you have a spring-loaded accelerator pump? Why is it not just directly connected to the throttle lever? I don't understand that. And when if I can't do it with one hand, but when you hold the throttle open and push this down with the air intakes off, it gives a squirt to this carby, and only that carby. It's like it doesn't have the guts to go to all four. I don't know, is that normal? Do they need an accelerator pump? Maybe it works fine without them, I don't know. Because I haven't actually ridden this thing. It's been a shed ornament for a couple of years now. What else? Yeah, clutch master. As you can see, it's got no clutch master on it. I rebuilt the slave. That was like a year and a half ago. And then I think, because I was an idiot, I put mineral oil in there instead of brake fluid, and I think that just trashed the seal. So I rebuilt the slave cylinder again, which was seized. I rebuilt the master cylinder, which seemed fine, and I just couldn't get any pressure out of the master cylinder. So what I basically did is I took the master cylinder off, found a bolt of the right size, just blanked off the outlet and just tried to see if I could build pressure in the master cylinder, and I couldn't. And I figured, well, if I can't bleed even just that tiny little bit, well, there's something wrong with me, or there's something wrong with the master cylinder. I think this, well, I've ordered a new master cylinder anyway. So yeah, so right now I'm going to do the fork seals, and I've got front brake pads because the brake pads that are in there are soaked in fork oil, and my front brakes are very spongy. It's making that noise. Hear that noise? That's the noise the clutch slave made, a sort of squelching sound. So I'm wondering if my front brake master cylinder's cactus as well. This thing has been sitting for a while. This thing, I'd love to know what the story was. Whether it was like a drug dealer owned it, or was it deceased estate? Because someone spent a lot of money on this bike and rode it nowhere. Like this exhaust, what is it, UFO exhaust? And when you look at the front here, there's not a, it's like brand new. It's like maybe it did a lap of the block. The clutch, because when I first bought it, I took the clutch apart just to see, well, is it cactus or what? And it's like this purple machined anodized aluminium thing with all the aftermarket springs. Like, it doesn't have the wave spring washer deal, and of course it's got these carbs on it, which are they're expensive. They're like cost almost as much as I paid for this whole bike. I paid 4,500 Australian for this bike, which I thought was a great deal. But great deal for a bike that doesn't run. And it's got 24,000 kilometres on it, so it's low mileage. But yeah, I don't know what happened. Like, we did it sit in some granddad's shed for 10 years, or I'm not sure. when I bought it off the auction, you can actually, yeah, there was this, well, it's that cardboard box there. I use it for my bin now, but you basically had that cardboard box full of parts sitting in the gravel in the yard at the auction place next to it, and I bought it sight unseen. I was away at work, and I said, can you please just put something over the box so it doesn't get rain in it? And they said, yeah, no worries. They're pretty good about it. And so yeah, I rocked up and picked it up, and I've been working on it on and off ever since, but I really need to get it done so I can get back to that and installing all of that. So today's hopefully the day I'm going to do fork seals. Yeah. Alright, I think that's about it for now. Oh yeah, that's my forward controls, my eBay forward controls. I don't know how they're going to go, but we'll see. Alright, so I've done the fork seals. No problem there at all. I gave the front brake master cylinder a bit of a clean up, and we have, there's a little bit of a pedal there, but yeah, I think I've got the same problem with the brake master as I had with the clutch master. It's just not bleeding, and it's even making the same noise. I think you can hear it. It's like a squelching sound, which is exactly the same noise the clutch master made, and yeah, that didn't work either. So I'm guessing I'm going to have to get on Partzilla again and have a look at buying a new new front brake master cylinder. I'm not going to bother trying to rebuild this one because, well, I tried that with the clutch master and it was a waste of time. So now I'm waiting for my clutch master. So yeah, I don't know if you've heard this running. Yeah, she starts up first go now. So I did bleed the back brakes. They're spot on, they're fine. So yeah, I guess that's about it really. All I need is those two master cylinders, and I'm should be right. I've got new pads in the front. Yeah, new oil, new seals. Yeah, they were flogged out. The bushings in the front forks were like, yeah, a lot of wear. But yeah, so that's where I'm at right now. So I go to work in a couple of days, and when I come back in 2 weeks' time, I'll have two master cylinders, hopefully. It cost me a fortune, but yeah. All right then, till next time.